So I love Timidakolo a lot. I love Timi's songs, and his best song to me is Iyawo Mi. I almost played Iyawo on my wedding day, but you guys know Iyawo is a little jazzy. It doesn't have all the boom boom sounds you want to dance to at a wedding. So I settled for something else instead of Iyawo Mi, but I still love Timi a lot and all his songs. Iyawo mi, olólùfẹ́ mi, ọ̀rẹ́ mi, aláyọ̀ mi, I would love you forever. So I promise you from now on till for always. Girl, you are my sunshine, baby, don't you go away. Ìyàwó mi, olólùfẹ́ mi, ọ̀rẹ́ mi, aláyọ̀ mi, I would love you forever. Hey guys, Natalie here, and I welcome you all to Nana Nation. So today guys, we're going to be talking about Timidakolo and his beautiful wife Busola Dakolo, and this pastor, Pastor BiodunFatoyinbo, who has been accused of raping Busola when she was only 17. So as soon as Busola's interview with Chudi went viral, people have been giving all kinds of opinions. Believe me, I'm shocked and I'm appalled by some of the things people are saying. Can you guys believe somebody came and said, why didn't you say nothing? Why didn't you say nothing when you were raped? A 17-year-old girl? Like, how dare you? How dare you? Some things happen to people. Sometimes you are so powerless. First of all, either you're in a state of shock, you cannot believe this happened to you, or you cannot say nothing to anybody because nobody will believe you, or because of our society in which we live in, you're going to be stigmatized. So I read a couple of comments and people were asking her, why didn't you say nothing? Like, how dare you? How dare you ask a little girl? She was only 17. Why didn't you say nothing? Haven't you seen Ginny Mai's story? Ginny was actually bold and she spoke to Mama Mai. She told Mama Mai, somebody touched me inappropriately. My cousin, he raped me. He did this to me. And her mom didn't believe. Mama Mai couldn't believe her own daughter. So she believed the culprit over her daughter. Sometimes you begin to complain, you tell people things, and then they don't believe you. So maybe this was this girl's case. Busola was just so scared. A man of God, highly revered, highly respected. How do I begin to say he raped me in my own house? Who is going to believe me? Just like how you guys are doubting her today. How could she have said something? So that's the first point. And the second point, what she knows today, she didn't know many years back. She was only 17 years, for crying out loud. As we live, we learn every single day. Tomorrow I'm going to know one new thing which I didn't know today. That's how we learn. We evolve daily. She has the strength to talk today because she's now mature. I think she's now psychologically, emotionally, or physically mature, and she can now tell her story. Plus, she has a supportive man beside her, Timmy, whom I respect, by the way. So she's grown a lot. She's come a long way. And today she finds the strength to tell her story, and you guys are questioning her. So in as much as we would like to think of these men as perfect because they are pastors, they are men of God, they are GOs, they are prophets, they are apostles, they are whatever, we like to think of them as perfect. But before becoming a pastor, he's a man. And man is fallible. And what this means is man can make mistakes. Man is prone to mistakes. So when these people make mistakes, my problem is, however, when they try to cover it, when they try to make it seem like the victim is lying or making up stories against them, that's when it hurts me. It hurts me to my bones. How can you do this to somebody's daughter? I mean, she was only 17. It's okay for you to come to the public and say you made a mistake. It's okay for you to accept your wrongs. It's okay for you to say you didn't know better. Maybe you were just starting ministry. Maybe you were just 25 and she was 17, or maybe you were 30. And you didn't know better. We are going to understand. I mean, we the people of the public, we are going to understand you. If you're falling, you're human. It's a basic aspect of being human. We are not perfect. You should come to the public, apologize, try to make amends, ask her to forgive you, and try to see how you guys can work your way up from there. So a lot of men of God over the past few years have been dragged on social media for rape-related issues or adultery-related issues. I mean, what are our men of God doing? What are they turning into? Is this how they've always been, or is it just now we are getting to see the side of them? So I'm just so happy this is all coming to the light. These people can no longer hide it. You cannot do this to people's children and expect to go away with it. Come out to the public. Tell us you're sorry. Tell us you apologize. Tell us you want to make amends. Tell us you want to change. And don't just say it, mean it. It should come from your heart. People are coming to you so you can bring them closer to God, and you're taking them further away from God. Farthest away from the gospel. This is unacceptable. And now somebody has come forth to say something which has eaten her up all these years. And just look at the way we are behaving. People are calling her names, saying all kinds of things. This is the reason why victims don't speak. This is the reason why victims don't come up and say their stories. We stigmatize them. This stigma, this whole stigma around rape is not fair. We should let victims talk. We should let them say their stories. What we should do for rape victims, we should understand them. We should show them love. We should give a listening ear. We should give a shoulder for somebody to cry on. Be your sister's keeper, be your brother's keeper, because it's not only women who are raped. Men are raped too, guys are raped, boys are raped. Be your brother's keeper, be your sister's keeper. So when we listen to them and show a little bit of compassion and empathy, we are helping them heal emotionally. We are helping them feel accepted, feel loved. And from there now you can begin to ask questions such as, what do you want us to do? How do we proceed? Do you want us to take this to the full arms of the Lord? Do you want justice? Or how do you want us to proceed? How can I help? That's what you're supposed to do. Offer help. Understand them. Try to help them. What do you want us to do? How do we proceed from here? Do you want us to take it to court? Do you want us to seek justice? Do you want us to tell people? Do you want us to go public with this? Show your friends support. People are being raped every day around you. Your neighbor, your friend, your co-worker, your daughter, they are being raped. And then we make the environment so unconducive, they can't come to us and open up. Just look at the way you guys are reacting right now. Why didn't you say nothing? Why this? Why that? All kinds of negative reactions. So I don't blame victims. I don't blame them when they keep their stories. Some of them carry it to their graves painfully. And I don't blame them. You know they don't have evidence. And now you're running your mouth and claiming and making all kinds of noise. You know what? We didn't see it, but God saw it. You can hide from God. You can lie to us. You can say she's a liar. You can call her all kinds of names. But there's one person you can lie to. And he saw it. So Pastor BiodunFatoyinbo replied to the alleged rape claims, and he said, I didn't rape Busola, I didn't do nothing, I did this. Basically, he refused everything. He refuted the claim and went as far as telling us how he's all lawyered up. He's got all lawyers and he's going to take this to court. He's going to go to the full arms of the law to see what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. Now I know so many people are going to come up with claims against me, and I went, oh snap. How do you know people are going to come with claims against you? So you know what you've been doing. You know you have so many victims out there. And you're so scared they're going to come forward and start talking. So now you're trying to be smart. You're trying to run faster than us. You're trying to be preemptive by telling us people are going to come out with claims against you. Guess what? They're not going to come out with no claims if there are no claims. But if they do come out, it's because you did something. You know you've been abusing girls. You have so many victims out there. And I pray this sees the light of day. I pray they come out in their numbers. If truly you did this, I pray all those girls find the courage and the strength to come forth and talk. Because people like this need to be exposed. Imagine you as a parent, trusting somebody with your daughter, your teenage daughter. Train her, you're her spiritual father. Groom her for me. You don't know they are destroying your children behind your back. This is the worst form of betrayal of somebody's trust. The worst. The only reason why he had access to the house was because their parents had trusted him. And they opened their doors to him. So it's like a family friend. He pops up whenever he wants to. He stops by whenever he wants to. That's the only reason why he had access to their family house. And then you come and rape somebody in their own house. That's it. Coupled with all the things he told her, I'm just like, I'm shocked. I'm appalled by all these things. Even though I know the justice systems are flawed and sometimes the person with more money wins, but I know this is one case where the Lord's reputation is at stake and he shall see to it that justice is served. Justice will be served. I also know this is a case of skeletons in the closet, and these skeletons are old, dating back to when she was 17 and she's in her 30s now. So she may not have proof, she may not have evidence. That's why you see the man running his mouth anyhow. But you know what? The Lord's reputation is at stake in this case. People who are using God's name to abuse other people's kids, to molest them, the Lord's reputation is at stake. And he is going to see to it that justice is served. You guys wait and see. Oh, I don't know if this is what our men of God have always been doing. I don't know if it's just now that it's seeing the light of day. So we had the case of Stephanie Otobo and Johnson Suleiman, and now we're hearing the case of Busola Dakolo and BiodunFatoyinbo. And thanks to Instagram and Twitter, we're now hearing about Ken Ifani, who is another pastor who has also been raping teenage girls. So this is really a trend. I don't know if it happens only in Africa or it happens in other parts of the world. So this is really a trend. This is what pastors do to people's children. The children whom they have entrusted you with. So this is what you do to their children. This is how you pay them back. I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy now the truth is coming out. These stories are seeing the light of day. Victims are coming out. About this Ken Ifani, I think his victims are coming up one after the other. So I'm so happy the victims are coming out in their numbers. Ken Ifani actually has about 3 victims so far that have come up on Instagram to call him out and to say their stories. And there's one who is actually married with kids. So she came out and she was telling her story and saying how Ken raped her when she was younger, and he tried apologizing and stuff, and she told him she had forgiven him, but she didn't know he went ahead to continue raping other girls. So when she heard Ken had raped somebody else, she was so mad. She came out and shared her story. She said, Ken, you apologized to me. You told me you had stopped. And why did you do this to somebody else? So she came out from her hiding place and she said, I'm a very private person, but I'm going to put my name on that document if I have to. I'm going to appear in court if I have to, but I have to make sure the last person you raped is the last person you ever get to rape. You can't be doing this to people's children. Not people entrust you with their children and you do this to them. This is unacceptable. So she was so mad, she was furious, and I read her tweets. She said she's so angry and she's going to do everything within her power to make sure that he is brought to justice. And she said she had forgiven him, but now she retracts the forgiveness. She said, I told you I've forgiven you, Ken, but now I retract my forgiveness. I have not forgiven you because I thought you had changed, but you have not, clearly. If you're still raping girls, you have not. So I'm going to come out now, join my voices to these other girls, and we're going to make a large distress cry. And people are going to know who you are, and we're going to expose you and all the evil things you've been doing to people's teenage girls. So I'm just so happy all these things finally get to see the light of day, and we get to know whom these people are. We are not condemning them. We know everybody falls, everybody sometimes make mistakes, but the fact that they're trying to cover it up, and they can in question even went as far as saying, you can't expose me on social media. The story is going to die down after 1 week. Nobody's going to be talking about it anymore. Can you imagine the guts, the effrontery? He really said that to somebody whom he had raped. You can't do this to me. You can't expose me. It's not going to do anything to me. The story is going to die down after 1 week. Can you imagine the level of mind this guy has? Like, where his mind is right now is like somewhere up there in the clouds. For you to be saying you're sorry, you apologize, you feel bad, you're going to change, you can't expose me. Ain't nothing you can do to me. For real. So I'm not here to judge or condemn anyone. I know everybody falls, everybody makes mistakes. Even though some mistakes are more costly than other mistakes, some mistakes can actually damage somebody or destroy their life. What if she grew up hating men or hating guys because of what you had done to her? I mean, some mistakes are really costly. But however, I'm not here to blame anybody. I'm just all for amends. I'm the person who likes to make peace. I'm the person who likes to move on. So I always try to create peace in situations. If he can bring himself to settle this out of court, go to Busola. If you have to kneel down and ask for forgiveness, do it. Go to their house. So I'm not here to drag anybody or to judge anybody or whatever. I understand that we are all humans and we are fallible and we all make mistakes. But however, some mistakes are more costly than others. What if Busola grew up hating men? She would have not married Timmy today. Oh, imagine. She would have grown up hating men because of what happened to her when she was only 17. But thank God things didn't happen that way. But sadly, this happens to other rape victims. They grow up hating men. And this is not right. So I'm just here to say this guy should make amends. He's claiming how he's all lawyered up. He's going to take it to court. I personally think they should settle this out of court. An out-of-court settlement is good. You're a pastor, you're head of an organization, so you're going to be dragging the name of your church through the courts, through the justice system and stuff like that. It's just not a good look for anybody. It's not a good look for the house of God too, if truly you're representing God. So you guys should settle this out of court. If you can pull up to Timmy's gate, go to his house, go with people, let them accompany you. You guys talk, get a mediator, get a negotiator, somebody should be in the middle, and then you guys sit and talk things out. If you really did this, admit to your fault and say you want to make amends. Apologize and tell her you're going to change. And that should be the last. It should never repeat itself again. We don't want to send our daughters to choir practice looking over our shoulders. going after 5 minutes to check how they are doing because we are scared of what you are going to do to them. That's not how the house of God is supposed to be. A parent is supposed to tell their daughter, okay, go for your choir practice, which is 2 hours or 3 hours, and not worry, because you know they're going to be fine. They're in the house of God, for crying out loud. We shouldn't have to send our kids to choir practice and then we are calling every 5 minutes. Where are you now? How are you doing? Just because of what we have seen men of God doing. This is wrong. You guys should restore our hope in the church. You guys should restore our hope in humanity. Pastors, if you are using our daughters as your secretary, make sure they are your secretary and your secretary only, and nothing more. Pastors, if our daughters are singing in the choir, make sure they are choir members and nothing more. Pastors, if our daughters are serving as ushers, make sure they are ushers to the ministry and nothing more. Stop all this, see me in my office, see me at home, at ungodly hours. What are you trying to do? If we trust you with our daughters, don't break that trust. Don't abuse that trust. So what I take from this is that I know something happened on that day. Something happened. It may be a little exaggerated on her side or a little underrated on his own side. He's trying to downplay what happened and she may be trying to maybe spice it a little bit or whatever, but something happened. We just don't know the magnitude of what happened, but something definitely happened. Pastor, if you're watching this and you did this, if you're guilty, try to make peace. Visit these people, go talk to them. Get some elders from the church or get a mediator like I said earlier, and you guys stop up at their door and talk to them. Try to make amends. If you're sorry, be genuinely sorry and make sure it doesn't repeat itself again. So thank you guys for watching this video. That's my 2 cents on the Busola issue, and I hope if something happened, amends should be made. If you do something, you should accept your faults, own up to your mistakes. Nobody's going to kill you, and try to make amends. So thank you guys for watching, and that's my 2 cents on the matter. So if something happened, Pastor, if you're watching me, try to make peace. Try to settle this out of court and especially out of social media. We don't want to see you guys dragging one another on social media. Try to have an out of court settlement. So make sure you settle it amicably. Get a couple of elders from church or maybe a mediator or a negotiator, and then you guys step up to their own house or a venue you guys agree on. You sit down and talk it out like 2 families. After everything, we are children of God. We are supposed to love one another and forgive one another. I mean, if Jesus Christ forgave us, why are we not to forgive? So you guys should have a meeting, talk things out, and work things out for everybody's good. Thank you guys for watching. If this is your first time on my channel, please hit the red subscribe button below and make sure you hit the notification bell too, so you're notified each time I post a new video. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.